2012 Honda NC700X with almost 40,000 miles. It's been 6,000 miles since I changed the oil and it hasn't burned a single drop. I changed the oil a couple of days ago and now we're going to check for leaks. The first thing is there's a tiny bit of oil on my finger here, and that's understandable because a little bit gets between the filter. Here things are perfectly dry. I just want to point out that the manual says you're supposed to take the cowling off in order to get at the oil filter, but if you have a center stand installed, there's plenty of room. But if you're working on the side stand, it's easy to end up touching the muffler. Before you drain the oil out of the bike, always make sure to put your wrench on the filter and make sure you're able to loosen it up. Then make sure you have a replacement filter and the proper oil. It's convenient to buy the oil and filter at Walmart. The filter is from the Honda Fit car and it's an exact match. And the oil is 100% synthetic. I bought the bike used in September 2019 with around 33,500 miles. This will be my second oil change. I always write the date and miles on the filter. So right now this bike has gone about a little over a year and a half and 6,000 miles. I haven't had to add any oil and the dipstick is still right at the full line. Considering that the original owner took terrible care of this bike and must have gone some incredible amount of miles, like 14 or 15,000 or more between changes, because when I took the valve cover off to adjust the valves, the motor was brown inside. Okay, so right now I'm just warming up the motor for a few minutes the way it says in the manual. Okay, we check under here for oil, under the filter. You can see everything's nice and dry. And then over here, same thing, you run your finger like that, dry. And finally we can see the torque specs out of the owner's manual. You can pause this if you need to read it a little bit longer. 2 years of ownership and 6,000 miles, and I've been really happy with this bike.